knows nothing, can understand nothing. Plunge deeper into the darkness, and your heart will grow even stronger.
From the box, which color did you guys pick at the end of Mass Effect 3?
Okay, so he hasn't played Mass Effect 3. So I'm going to try to keep this as vague as possible. The first time I played, I picked blue. But then I played through again and picked all the other colors. They were all very disappointing.
Okay.
We're going to get back to playing Mass Effect 2 on the channel, and then he's going to play 3, and we're going to play it because that game, I don't know if you're aware of this.
No, I don't know anything.
Right. People hated the ending of Mass Effect 3.
So they redid it?
And so they did like a downloadable version for free of it. So we're
Right.
going to play it without the downloadable version first, and then we'll go through the downloadable version because I want him to experience
the disappointment.
because that was like the first time I can remember like outrage culture changing something. Like so many people were mad
That's
about.
true. I didn't hear about that, I think.
And it was like late 2000s?
Yeah.
Maybe early 2010s. I don't remember Mass Effect 3 came out, but like I remember that, and I was like, "Oh, that's the dangerous precedent." And now look where we are. They're like, "Remakes The Last Jedi."
Well, what's like annoying though is like it doesn't work in like times where it should. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're like,
That's true.
"Oh, this character's over sexualized," when it's like, okay, I don't agree with that, right? Or there would be like times where there's like legitimate times where it's like over sexualized, but then it's not.
Right.
It's not changed.
Or like
They'll change it when it's not a problem.
Sonic
and
the
then-
Hedgehog doesn't look like how he looks from the video games.
yeah.
I don't like that. So
All
we're
right.
gonna change the whole movie, and we're still not gonna go see it anyway. So who
Right.
cares? Like that stuff.
True.
Grow up, nerds.
Okay, next question. It's from Sean 2.0 Mike's Union.
Classic.
Have you guys played the do I say the initial?
Coder, Knights of the Round, Knights of the.
No, Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Round
Games?
Table.
I
Knights
didn't
of the
know
Round
if I
Table.
should say the initials or
Knights of the
whatever.
Old Coder is what people call it.
Coder.
I played it
Games, or
once.
If so, what's your favorite? This is.
Oh, I played. I don't remember which one it is. It's the one where your character doesn't have a lightsaber at the beginning. Like you just have
I
a
haven't
regular
played any of
sword.
them, so no.
Like you just have a regular sword. I played it for like a couple
Wait,
hours.
swords exist in the Star Wars universe, but
Yeah.
not
Like
lightsabers?
you fight. Yeah, you fight, and it's like a sword that's like strong enough to like
Huh.
to fight it.
Is it a laser sword?
No, it's just a regular sword. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. I played it for probably like I went over to like my neighbor's house and he was like,
Wait, was this Brock?
yeah.
Brock Steak.
I was over at my friend Brock's house and we only had a PlayStation 2. That was like, and then like a Wii. And then Mike had an Xbox 360, but I don't even think that was out yet. Like this was like
Yeah, I bought the 360 when I was in Hawaii. And then I came
right.
back to this,
So
you guys
it was
have one.
like I only had a Wii and a PlayStation 2, and so there's all these games on like the original Xbox and stuff that like I got introduced into Halo there and everything, and I
Right.
remember playing a couple of those. And it was pretty cool. I was like,
It's a game I'd like to try when I have time to play games, which is never.
yeah. Well, because it was the first time
That's
I'd ever
true.
played a game where it's like when you talk to them, you have the different decisions, and
Right, 'cause that's
they
the
actually
same-
react.
I might be wrong. The BioWare made Coder, right?
I believe so.
The people who made Mass Effect and Dragon Age, and
Yeah.
Cool.
that follows that kind of formula a little bit. But people love those games. I've never played them.
Yeah. People swear by those games. Like, oh, best game of all time.
Well, I think we're going to move into the music portion.
Oh,
of
there's a
this.
music portion.
I like this.
We've
I like
got
this.
quite a few questions about music-related things.
Okay,
And there are quite a few questions after that. So there's a lot
Okay.
of questions.
let's keep rolling.
Hell yeah.
So the first music type question that was asked was back in the end of September, and it was from Skittles for Hannah.
Okay.
Skills for
And
Hannah.
it's a great question. If all music was outlawed and you could only save one album, what would you choose? I know this is like the hard, like I could never pick.
Can I like cheat and be like Guardians 1 soundtrack?
That actually did cross my mind. That's a really
That's
good
true.
album.
'Cause
But,
you could get,
but
like,
then it has
music-
Cherry Bomb and Spirit in the Sky in it, so no.
I don't hate Spirit in the Sky as much as you,
Yeah.
but Cherry Bomb would be a blight on the world.
Imagine only having one album and you still want to skip a song.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't like yeah, exactly. You can't like do that.
Maybe I'd grow to like it after years.
I don't think so.
I feel like I could.
Cherry Bomb!
Like maybe I just get really drunk because I'm really sad all music is outlawed.
Yeah.
And I just scream Cherry Bomb.
There are questions that
It's
go off of
very
this, so
hard.
it's great. Kind of.
My heart wants me to say a Coheed album, but I think I'm gonna go with something that's more singable for me, and so I'm gonna go "Where You Want to Be" by Taking Back Sunday.
Ooh, okay.
And it's got that cute little baby butt on the cover.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. And
Did your answer Guardians?
oh yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
that's a good pick.
So the next one is from K Fleur.
Okay, Fleur.
Yes.
Yeah, what up,
And
Kate
it
Fleur?
says, all right, fellow music nerds, I couldn't help but notice a Hail the Sun tee and maybe a Coheed and Cambria tattoo in the Blue Kingdom unboxing video.
There's a tattoo. Tara's got a tattoo. Jason,
I have a tattoo.
but it's not a Coheed
It's not
tattoo,
music.
Y'all say you just came back from a music festival, so this was right after that. And now I want to know, what is your most memorable show / concert / music festival? So what's your most memorable of the ones that we've been to? I think we took Jason to his first. Right?
Yeah, that was my first music festival.
Oh, and for
And
show.
Oh, yeah, and for show, yeah.
So, I don't remember what year this was, but there's this random show Tara and I went to, a random Coheed and Cambria show in Kalamazoo, Michigan at this bar.
Yeah,
And
I know.
we went with our friend Rob, shout out to TNR, and and the sequin panties.
He'll only know.
He came up. There was this bar had a mechanical bull.
It was like the weirdest bar.
It was the weirdest bar, and this girl had sequin panties on, and Rob saw it, and he made a song called "Sequin Panties."
Yeah.
Summer girl with the sequin panties. Where's she at? Where's she at? He just kept singing it. But anyway, so this venue was outside the.
It was June 23rd, 2015.
Thank you.
Wow.
Have a picture.
Nice.
And so it was really small, intimate show for Coheed because they play usually bigger clubs than that. And then in the middle of it there was a storm, and they made everybody go inside.
And it was like not just a regular storm. It was like a tornado warning.
Yeah, it was like crazy rain and thunder,
Jeez.
but it was gonna pass quickly. So they said, "Hey, we're just gonna move everybody aside. If we can keep the concert going, we will." So in the middle of their set, so then we that's what happened. They let everybody back outside after a minute, and Coheed came back out. They probably played less songs than they would have normally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
But
did
then when
because I
they
looked at
played
their
Welcome
set
Home,
list.
when they played Welcome Home, which is their ender,
Yeah.
they were still
It's
just
one of the
crazy
most-
lightning going on in the background.
Wow.
It was
Like,
amazing.
and it was insane. And like even like Travis, the guitarist, was like, "Holy
Like this
shit,"
picture is like lightning in the background. It's not daytime.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Can you send me that picture so I can put it on the screen for everybody?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. And so recently, what's really funny about this is like I'd almost forgotten about it. It was like probably the most amazing concert I've been to because of the circumstances.
Yeah.
Someone on Reddit, on the Coheed Reddit, was like, "Hey, I just recently got into Coheed and I really like Welcome Home, and then I was like looking for like live performance of Welcome Home, and I saw this video of this like crazy lightning going on in the sky during Welcome Home. And
Yeah.
it's so insane." And then I got to be like, "I was at that concert. I was there. It was crazy." And most bands probably wouldn't have came back out and played. you
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
they're
And
classic.
that,
too fucking
that
metal.
picture was taken at 12:04, like in the morning.
Yeah, they played into the night. It was crazy.
It was like the
That was probably my favorite show / concert
memory.
memory.
I had
But I've
mine.
been to a lot of music festivals where we've had a lot of fun, and so just telling one sells it short. But I'll keep it at one for brevity's sake. Jason,
I want to answer this question too. So Jason,
Okay.
I would say, I don't know. There's just been so many good shows, lots of fun times. I would say the one that I would say is the most pervasive in my mind would have to be my very first show, and it was a brand new show, and I hope people aren't triggered, but
I mean, I'm wearing a brand new shirt.
yeah.
No, well, yeah.
And my Riku hoodie.
But it was super cool. It's my first
Smell
concert.
Darkness.
It's my first concert. It's in an amphitheater, and I'd never really been in an amphitheater. And we're walking down the steps, and to the ushers to find out where our seats are at.
Yeah.
And they just go down there.
Just keep
go
going down.
there. Just keep going down. We talked to like 5 different ushers.
We
and
were
they're
like, wait.
We're like, oh, okay, holy cow, holy
We didn't
cow,
realize how
we're
good
super
our
close.
tickets were.
And then they're like, oh, yep. And then they put these wristbands on us, and they're like, yeah, you guys are free to go into this, into
General
the,
admission.
right, yeah.
And so we were right up on.
We were literally
I
like,
was amazed.
I was like, I don't know, like 4 feet away from the lead guitarist.
Yeah,
That
it
show was
was
crazy.
amazing. And that's
then-
the first time we saw Basement.
Yeah, first time we saw Basement. Such a good band. I hope to see them again soon
They haven't come around recently.
because I haven't seen. I'm not gonna see Brand New again.
Yikes.
Anyway, great show. There was like, I remember the part that like stands out the most to me was, I don't remember which song it was. I want to say it's like Play Crack the Sky or something. One of those real slow songs,
I don't
right?
think they played that. But
Yes, they did.
did they?
Yeah.
And all the lights are off.
And it was like just like
And yeah, and behind him was like a screen where there had been like some graphics, but they used like
I know exactly what
like
you're talking
infrared
about. Yeah.
infrared light to show Jesse Lacey's face, and he's singing and everything, and that's literally the only light around besides like a couple people like recording and stuff. But that shit was
that show
fucking-
was really cool.
that was crazy. I was just like, holy cow, like the atmosphere at that show was
It was
so
at
crazy.
Oakland University.
Yeah, which is really strange.
Yeah.
But it was a really good show, and that's my most memorable.
What's your answer, T?
It's so hard because I feel like I've been to like hundreds of shows now. I feel like in my whole life, I started going to shows like really young. But
It's where we spend all our money.
yeah, honestly. But honorable mention, like it just came up in my mind for some reason. It's not my favorite one, just honorable mention
Here we go.
was when we were going to Riot Fest for my first time. So we went to Riot Fest in Chicago for a couple years.
Uh-huh.
And we were just like on the way there in the subway, and we were just like chicken fries.
Oh yeah, I still have that video.
And it was just like stupid
Chicken
stuff we were talking
fries.
about. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was me and you and the Master of Masters
And
his current wife.
Yeah, it was like they were
And-
new then.
Yeah, they weren't married then, and TNR. Always
Yeah, and
TNR.
Lipinski.
And Ryan Lipinski.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Lipinski. Pinsky, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, wow, that's
That
a
was
memory.
just an honorable mention.
Okay,
But
what's your
I
concert
really
memory?
loved that one. But I'd say probably my favorite, like the one that I don't think I'll ever forget, is seeing the Killers for the first time. I feel like you knew that answer.
Yep.
It was just like a great experience. They were playing on the water, like I don't remember.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, in Cincinnati.
Bunbury
And-
Festival.
At the end, like at one part of their set, they were covering. What song was that? I can't remember the name of the song, but they were covering a song, and it was a really like slow one. And then like fireworks started
The
shooting off.
Cincinnati Reds had won their game right across the
Yes.
street. And so when they win, they shoot a fireworks. So it wasn't planned as part of the
Right.
show,
But it was like it
really
happened to be
cool.
like right behind this whole screen,
Yeah.
so it like was
Wow.
perfectly around it, and I was like, I'm crying.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really good show.
It
too.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, sorry. Anyways,
Next question.
Next from ShadowFox2113.
Love it. 2113, baby.
Favorite Coheed album / song, and why do you think Coheed is the best band in the world?
Well, they're the best band in the world because there are so many facets to them that are just absolutely amazing. For one, they are very good songwriters and
Oh my God,
write
yeah.
the kind of music that I wish I could write. Two, the concept behind the music is awesome and amazing, and I'm not as big a nerd about it as some people, but it's still really cool to have like a meaning that's also like it's a disguise for like his life, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he's writing about his
There's
life,
two different meanings you can
but
pull from.
disguising it with like this sci-fi tropiness. They're the nicest guys in the world.
They're so
You know,
nice.
obviously there's a couple that had some battles with drugs at one point and all that, but that you don't hear like any like shitty stuff about them, like oh Claudio used to hit on 15-year-old girls or anything like that. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm a nerd. I'm gonna just preface it by saying I'm a nerd, but and sometimes being around Coheed fans is a little much for me because some of them are a little too nerdy for me. But that's more my social problem than anything. But the community around Coheed Cambria is amazing, and they you know, continue to just make great music, and they continue just to convert people to what they do, and they're amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
I've
listen
met
to
Claudio a
them.
couple times, and just the nicest dude. And they just love their music. They even the albums that I don't like as much as other ones are still really good. My favorite album
Oh god.
is Second Stage Turbine Blade and Keeping Secrets Sounder 3, Good Apollo on 4, I'm from Fear Through the Eyes of Madness.
So you're saying all of them?
No, not Year of the Black Rainbow.
Yeah.
Actually, okay, so depending on the day, it will either be Second Stage Turbine Blade and Keeping Secrets Sounder 3, Good Apollo on Burning Star 4, Through the Eyes of Madness, or Unheavenly Creatures.
I was gonna say my
Because
top.
The Unheavenly Creatures is a really good album, and it's their newest album. It was a year old it's like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was a year old, and that's an amazing album, and it's cool to be into a band that continues to make like high quality stuff that's just
Yeah.
as good as when they
Right.
started, if not better.
I was gonna say I never used to listen to them before I met Mike, and now I've been to like more shows than on my hands can count. I'm answering before Jason.
No, go ahead.
My top album is probably Good Apollo and Burning Star 4.
Through the Eyes of
Yes,
Madness.
Through the Eyes of
From
Madness.
Through the Eyes of Madness.
I know.
Because technically, people just call it No World for Tomorrow, but technically the name of that album is Good Apollo and Burning Star 4.
I know.
No World for Tomorrow.
I know. I just call that one No World for
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
No, that's
But then Unheavenly Creatures is like a very.
Oh, I didn't say
close
favorite
second.
song.
Oh yes. Wait. Yeah.
You can't beat in Keeping Secrets of Sounder 3. That song is just such a banger.
I can't pick a favorite
and
song.
you can't. Anytime that comes on at a live show, I'm just like, it's so good. I didn't used to be my favorite. If you asked me 3 years ago, I probably would have said Time Consumer, and I would be like, not even close Time Consumer. But in Keeping Secrets of Sounder 3 is the best
I love that
song.
you're just like roasting yourself.
I know,
I'm
that's
just
why I
telling
was
you.
laughing.
Well, because it changes, but like, there's just, I mean, I know Welcome Home's their song that people know, and they play that a ton. They always close with that, but I think in Keeping Secrets of Sounder 3 is just like what that band is. Like, if you want to show somebody what Coheed Cambria is, you just put that song in front of them, you make them sit there for 6.5 minutes and listen to it, and that's
I feel like you have to tell me what my favorite Coheed song is because I don't know. I feel like you know though because you always like with the last concert we went to, you had been to that same concert beforehand, and you were like, "You're gonna get excited for this song."
You really like the Pavilion?
Oh,
as far as
I do
newer
love that
ones.
song.
You like Faint of Hearts? Usually,
Oh,
I
that's
think
probably
you've
my
said
favorite
before
song.
that Faint of Hearts is your favorite.
Yeah.
The Valorium Camper 2 Faint of Hearts. That's probably your favorite.
Yeah, you're right.
What's your favorite?
Mike knows me better than I know myself.
You know I'm not good at this, but like choosing my favorites.
Yeah, he's bad at it.
So
He's
favorite
very
album and
indecisive.
song, do it anyways.
Well, because it's like it's so dependent on like what my mood is.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so true. That's so
It's-
true.
And they run a gamut of different like styles and emotions.
Right.
Like there's so many like anger songs and then there's so many like not anger songs.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. They I don't know.
Can I tell you your favorite song?
Yes,
I think I know what you're gonna say.
What do I gonna
but... no. Just tell me.
Your favorite song is Peace to the Mountain.
No. That's not my fucking favorite. That was just a meme.
Oh, okay.
That is just a meme. I like
It's a good song. It's a beautiful song, and I love when they played it live. That wasn't the last time I saw it. The time, yeah.
Oh, hold
Album.
on. Hold on. I might have changed my mind. Can I change
For
my
you?
mind? Yeah. I think The Gutter's my favorite song.
Oh,
It is good.
Yeah, you.
That one's been creeping up there, depending on the day. But I think I still stand by my and Keeping Secret Sounder 3 is like Coheed and Cambria. That's what it is. The Gutter's really good, especially for a new song though.
I feel like yours definitely changes like as each album comes out because like I definitely remember Century the Defiant being like a top one
I
for
really
you.
Century Defiant's top 5 song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
We could talk about Coheed like literally for days.
Someone actually suggested in our survey that we do a Coheed podcast. I think there's already a really good Coheed podcast out there called All Things Coheed, and you guys should check that out if you're into that. Yeah, I think I could do a Coheed podcast, but I don't know what I would do differently from what they do, you know? And so it's like, why would I even...
Jason still hasn't picked.
He's very bad at this.
Okay.
Well, there's more questions like that.
The best album is Good Apollo on Burning Star 4, Volume 1 through From Fear Through the Eyes of Madness.
Yeah,
And my favorite
mine.
song is The Final Cut.
Very good answer.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Very good answer.
Oh, it's
When
so
they
hard
play
to
that
pick.
live, it's pretty insane.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you for the Coheed related question.
Yes.
We welcome more Coheed related questions in the future.
And that ends our music segment.
And your own jackhammer.
Also.
Yeah.
Or
Also,
whatever.
yeah, they're the best band because, like, when it comes to, like, crowd interaction in their songs,
They're very good.
That's
it's
true.
it's enough
Anytime
to give you goosebumps.
anytime you're supposed to yell something, you yell it at the top of your lungs.
And with your fist in the air, yeah.
Yeah.
You and, like, a couple hundred other people, and
Yeah.
it's fucking lit.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
I've never gotten in a fight at a Coheed show. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I can't say the same for Taking Back Sunday shows.
Hmm. I mean, there was close one time when we went to the Orbit Room. Because these fucking idiots, like, we were, like, towards the back of, like, the general admission area, right?
Was I there?
Yeah. Well, and that's why Mike was super pissed, because these people were, like, over towards the middle, were, like, throwing people for crowd surfing. And for whatever reason, we're, like, on the outskirts. Like, there's probably, like at least 5
Oh
feet
god, this must have been a while
in
ago.
between us and, like, the next people. Like, we were pretty far back because it's Orbit Room. It's really small. Even in the very back, you're still really fucking close.
That's true.
And so they fucking launched somebody out from behind us, and we're not fucking expecting anything. And it was this big fucking guy that they threw.
Ugh.
And so he, like, landed on you and me, and we kind of were able to, like, get him off. And then it, like, you were in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
And so he, like, kind of fell on you too. And, like, Mike's, like, glasses fell off. He was, like, fucking seeing red. Like, I could tell
Oh,
that.
yeah.
He was pissed.
Don't mess with me.
Yeah. And I just remember Mike kept looking over at, because they went over to, like, towards where they would actually fucking be able to do that. And Mike just kept, like, looking over, like, at them, like, like, don't fucking
Hey.
come back over here.
Hey, if you poke the sloth, you get the horns. All right. Don't poke the sloth.
Poke the sloth.
He'll eventually get to you.
But nothing actually happened. So you didn't get into a fight.
Right.
It was just close.
Yeah, I don't really fight often.
No.
Anyway, what's the next question?
Well, that ends our like music
Yes.
section.
Music's done. We love music. Talk to us about music.
Yeah,
more.
we
Cool.
could talk to music about music for forever, clearly, because we just talked about it for like an hour.
Yes.
It feels like,
Not
which
that-
is
not that
great.
long, but-
At least 20
Um,
minutes.
Right. Our next question is from Sir Bamalot, Blue Kingdom Union.
Bam-a-lot.
And it
Shout
says,
outs.
hello. So my question is, have you guys been abroad anywhere? If you have, where was your favorite place? And did anything interesting happen while you were there? Something always happened when I went abroad, so I want to know if it's just my family. LOL.
So, I have actually, I've not been abroad ever. The definition of abroad is leaving the country, right?
Yes, it is.
So I guess technically I've been to Canada because we
We've
live
been to
pretty
Canada.
close to Canada. And then I lived in Hawaii for 6 months, which is outside of the continental United States, but please don't say anything to people in Hawaii that they're not part of the United States because they get really mad about that. And they are part of the United States. Shout out to all my Hawaiian friends. Pandaven's a Hawaiian. Or I don't know if he's Hawaiian, but he lives in Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So shout out. But I've never been abroad.
Me neither.
You've barely been out of Michigan.
Yeah.
Um,
Like,
I haven't been abroad. I've always wanted to go.
it's because we have
abroad.
such a big family. And, like, by the time I was born, we're already, like, 7 kids deep. And, like,
Well, we
some of
went-
the kids already had kids, you know?
We wouldn't have went abroad even if we weren't 7.
Right.
Oh,
So-
I have a lot of like plans to I want to go abroad really bad.
Like, the
Like-
farthest west I think I've ever been is, like, Minnesota. Like,
Iowa's a little farther than Minnesota, I think.
I haven't been very
But you were a
west.
baby.
yeah.
I've been all over.
I haven't been there
east.
since I was, like, a little kid.
Yeah.
And then, the farthest south I've been, I think, is South Carolina. The farthest east I've been is Washington, D.C.
So he doesn't have a very big map,
No.
folks.
No.
I've
That's
been
okay.
to a lot of states. I have to say I've traveled a lot like as a kid, but I don't know why I'm
To
answering
answer
this
the other
question.
part of the question,
Just something interesting happened. I feel like some things interesting happen like when we travel with family regardless.
so when we went down to visit our brother for his military graduation in South Carolina, and we saw lots of Wendigos and Mothmen on the through
I have
when we went
one
through,
word for
when
you.
we went through West Virginia, and Dunkachino.
Dunkachino. I wanna say Dunkachino.
When I went to Canada, it was for work, and we went to this trampoline park to kind of check it out, and I jumped and I ripped my pants right
Oh,
off the
yeah.
crotch.
Nice.
So that was embarrassing. That's the only time I've been abroad, so
I've
You
been
learned
to-
your lesson.
I've been to Canada.
never go again.
Drove through Canada a lot as a kid. I traveled a
to
lot.
go to like the northeastern United States.
Yeah, like I traveled through to go to New York a lot. I have ex-family members from there, in New Hampshire and Maine. I traveled a lot when I was a kid. I don't travel a lot. I mean, I still travel some.
Kinda.
But yeah.
More than both of us.
Yeah, I do like to travel. I like traveling a lot. I mean, I lived in Orlando for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's kind of traveling.
Yeah.
Had to travel to and from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to drive you back.
Anyways, I won't talk about myself as much.
No one said
I know, I'm just saying.
I'm sure people are.
Oh, we cut it all out in post
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah.
I cut out you talking anyway. It's not a big deal.
The next question is from Bodqua.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Badqua.
Shout out, shout out.
Hey guys, quick question. What is the point? Why are we?
Wow. Because our parents were. Or are still.
This is kind of a hit the blunt once question.
Yeah.
So I personally, if we want to get real philosophical about this, my virtues are to A, have a good time,
Mm-hmm.
B, try to spread as much positivity to everybody I come in contact with,
Mm-hmm.
and C, try to take care of my friends and family. That's why I am. And 4, deliver the most ball and Kingdom Hearts content that you have ever seen.
is written
that's
in my heart.
That's why I am. But in 10 years, I might tell you something completely different. And I think that's what's great about life.
True.
Is it's not one thing. It's everything.
And there was a lot of response to that.
But nothing. Question, right?
Well, Strawberry Mango said, why don't we? And then Panda Ven
Why-
said, just be happy that we are in the first place.
Why don't
then-
we?
Why don't we, the band?
Why don't we? The answer to why don't we is because we're scared.
Yeah.
True.
We're driven by fear.
And then Meteor Phoenix said, we are because we are and we couldn't not be.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
I have no mouth and I must vomit.
Are you ready for this next question? It is the visual question. So I hope you are very ready for this.
I'm ready.
It's a question for not only you guys, but for me as well. So I got spoiled by this question since it is a visual question. And it says, how does this picture
Who's
of
it
Mickey...
from?
Oh, it's from Akuro?
Akuro.
Akuro?
Akuro.
And then how do you say
Akuro.
that?
Sayax?
Sayax is my husband. Okay. And it says, how does this picture of Mickey Mouse make you feel? The context is that he's looking at Riku.
Aroused. Instantly aroused. I have no mouth, but I must vomit.
Honestly, mine's confusion. But
I'm
Disgust.
I'm more concerned with the one button on his jacket. Well, I'll put it up on the.
it kind of, to me, it looks like a mini. But
Yeah. In order for me to, I think the question is, would I hit? In order for me to discern that, I'd have to see the bottom half.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well,
We're just telling straight
I
facts
think
here.
that this picture broke me, I think.
Yeah.
So, I don't have any answer for that.
That's fine.
All right. That concludes the visual portion of
Yes.
this.
Hooray!
I think. Well, for the most
Thank
part.
you,
yeah.
Akira, for that.
Thank you, Akira.